Today is the good news. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Scurvy Scouts and Pirates of the Caribbean film series. Captain Simon Perryman here. Today is Tuesday, June 8th, 2021. Who gets the game on the Hunter Call of the Wild? So, we just wanted to discover about the coming expedition on reservers called the number 10. The thing is, so we choose Mexican hunting reserves. So, we're just gonna call it Rancho del Arroyo. Haha. We still have the 9 species today. So you do have about the new animals here, making around the full teaser trailers today at about 2 minutes ago. And sometimes the stills have about mule deers and silver ridge peaks and park venado, and including white-tailed deers from Leighton Lake, bighorn sheep from silver ridge peaks, and the Mexican turkey. They have about stills turkey here from Tijuana National Park and Silver Ridge Peaks, and coyotes from Leighton Lake, and so we got smaller animals here about class 1. So we got neckpack pheasants. Then, so we got javelina, just like boar's territory. Then for right now, so we do have white-tailed deers and mule deers and Rancho del Arroyo. So sometimes the people speaks English just a little bit. So they always about the languages as officials about for the Mexican animals here. They like some special occupation here. So we do have story missions of only today. So we don't do side missions to Rancho del Arroyo. So you could only have the story missions only for during the COVID-19 pandemic on to be continued. So also to have about probably it takes about 10 months more during the COVID-19, about 8, 12, or 24 months. So which is we got COVID vaccines, so you got 1 to 2 doses. You guys got to do 2 shots a day. So look up for hunting reserves. Usually we're just gonna have to make a special for you guys. So we're just gonna make numbers today about animal species. Number 1, antelope jackrabbits. Number 2, pheasants. Number 3, turkey. Number 4, Mexican bobcat. And number 5, coyote. Number 6, white-tailed deer. Number 7, mule deer. Number 8, bighorn sheep. Then the number 9, javelina. Do we still gonna do something about 9 species today? As long as ranks at about could bring all where about 9 species in this world. With you the story mission about the full TC trailers today. So that goes to about pieces themes on available on coming soon on July 7. It including consoles, so the PS4, Xbox One, still is about August 11. So during this 2 months ago, the Hunter Call of the Wild, Xbox One and PS4 consoles. So for right now, so we do have to look at it about a new outlook. So when you get to the first look at about white-tailed deers and mule deers and bighorn sheeps. So So this says they don't want it to bring it. They don't want it to bring in the plains bisons, the mountain lions, and black bears, and it included coos deers and Barbary sheep. So you can only you can only 9 of them without just 10 of them. So due to the sack leave, it was supposed to be about where we go into the sack leave, where it's supposed to be. Um, we're just got into the maximum way for con- conscious days at about 4 news trailers a day on Rancho Del Arroyo. The Mexican hunting reserves, 10 reserves. It comes out about Friday, 11. So PC streams aren't available now on PCs aren't available now for before this June, and the console goes to about the August 2021. Um, that goes to the take at about the 2 months left, and it's just full of the intensity. It's longer than about the Hunter Call of the Wild story mentions only on Rancho Del Arroyo. Um, we can't do that about Science today because COVID-19 about 2 years ago ended the director for the Spanish flu epidemic on 1980s through 1920s. Um, we just did that for the governor Jay Inslee. We're just happy to did a great job today for the listening by the people today for the governor Inslee. You're doing a great job today for sitting down over there, eat some the buffets, restaurants, some bars, and Kowski, some Burger Kings, and Wendy's. If you eat some of those, sitting down to the tables and drinks, and maxes down, you're doing a good job there for listening to the governor Inslee for United States in America for 50 states of the governments of the Democratic Party of the governor Jay Inslee. So you guys did a good job still. So we're still having to keep going there about phase 3. We're still having to make new officials about phase 4 until the end of the COVID-19, until next year, summer 2022. That should be the May 2022. All things together, I just came into the look at it to the first look of the Jurassic World Dominion. One thing about the California state on the Pacific Beach, or which is known as the Long Beach Island, which is about the Long Beach Fairs, the Carnival Fairs, which is about the big pteranodons and dimorphodons and mosasaurs and plesiosaurs and including Gigantanosaurus. So they do have Velociraptor called Blue, just the last of it for the Velociraptors. Um, so Brachiosaurus stills, Jurassic World Dominion, and Apatosaurus, Nasutoceratops, Triceratops, Sinoceratops, Stegosaurus, Ankylosaurus, Parasaurolophus, Coethosaurus, Tyrannosaurus rex, Dilophosaurus, Baryonyx, Allosaurus, Carnotaurus, and Gigantanosaurus and Spinosaurus. So they don't. So if it did have it about Spinosaurus of the Jurassic World Dominion from Jurassic Park 3, that was been about 21 years ago. That goes to the next year until the end of 2021, and we just doing to something about most of the about for the full trailer. So the first look of the teaser trailer and Jurassic World Dominion on the third movie. The cancellation of 2021, which is we go to about June 11, 2022. We want to announce to the seed about the movie theaters on June 11, 2022, and Jurassic World Dominion, the last movie of the Jurassic Park series. So, continuing to the creepy storylines about Yukon Valley, is about 7 couple of species to do. So It didn't have it about Yukon sheeps on it. That they have doll sheeps or stone sheeps on it. So don't worry about it. The red sheeps are called priority, and the Yukon sheep. So which you guys still have about reindeer, still have about caribou, moose, and plains spices when you hunt around to see the bulls, and including male and female gray wolves, grizzly bears, male and female likes, red fox, and hard ducks. And you guys still continue to the tiger here about reindeer, Siberian musk deers, Eurasian lynx, wild boars, moose, and brown bears. Then, and the Hirschfelding still is having to hunt around to see about 8 species of their roe deers, fallow deers, wild boars, red fox, European rabbits, red deers, European bisons, and Canada does. And you guys still have the latent lakes here on story missions and side missions to do how about still the white-tailed deers, black-tailed deers, Roosevelt elk, moose, white-tailed jackrabbits, coyotes, molars, and black bears. And so we do have Silver's Peak series are still the 9 species a day. If you get a couple more, then to go about turkeys and mule deers, Rocky Mountain elk, pronghorns, plains bisons, black bears, mountain lions, bighorn sheep, and mountain goats, and it includes the Aurora National Park here. And you guys have been there about applied about for 4 months ago. So basically you can keep going about the Aurora National Park hunting reserves. You can still have to make it the harvest at about turkeys, stills, European rabbits, fallow deers, sika deer, red deer, feral pigs, and which is included farragos and camos, and which is same thing about Leighton Lakes, Hirschfelden, and Aurora. So you guys should continue to play the game while you hunt around to the PCs, Xbox consoles, and PS4. It does matter. You can guys to continue with a hunt around the Guachacolinas. You guys are gonna hunt around to see continue to Besetti ibex, Guedos ibex, Ronan ibex, southeastern Spanish ibex, Iberian mufflon sheep, Iberian wolf, European hare, and including roe deer and red deer and the wild boar stills. So if a lot of it could be to be continued on the Hunger Savannah, if you guys are hunting around to see the Africa due to the completely of the side mission, the story mission about scrub hares, side strip jackals, springbok, lesser kudu, warthog, Cape buffalo, blue wildebeest, Gensbok, and lions. And you can go to the new reservoir the new African 2.0 about next year. So that'll be February or August 2022. We don't know. We'll check out for about next year, about the next summer 2022. And then things about first. Whole things about the Mexican turkeys and including pheasants and antelope jackrabbits includes about making friends and families like white-tailed jackrabbits, black-tailed jackrabbits. Most of the friendly are like cotton-tailed rabbits, and most of the temporarily snowshoe hare and formerly Alaskan hare. So if you do how many about the she didn't where we were, so don't even think about a give up about Rancho Del Arroyo. Don't miss out for shots. If you do miss it about shots miss, shots hit, and shots fire, and make sure to don't worry about it. Make sure to don't get give up for the old games. So we wanted to make sure to keep it up to the level of those hunting games on the Call of the Wild. So however, you can have the white-tailed deer around Rancho Del Arroyo and Layton Lake, and mule deer in Park Venado, Silver Peaks, and here the Rancho Del Arroyo, and then including here on Coyote and Layton Lake and Rancho Del Arroyo. Sometimes they have the deer on it, and most of about 2 deer species. So if it mess and Rancho Del Arroyo don't need to bring it about coos deers, Barbary sheeps, mountain lions, black bears, and plains bisons and pronghorns. Just you can only do the bighorn sheep and white-tailed deers, mule deers, and then including Mexican bobcats. Sometimes the bobcats in Mexico just replacing mountain lions, and then whitetails does replace the coos deers. Mule deers and doesn't appear for plains bisons, the black bears. Most of about the pheasants and turkeys, and sometimes they have antelope jackrabbits. So so especially with a 9 species a day about Rancho Del Arroyo, like Rancho Del Arroyo 9 species, the same thing like Silver Peaks and Park and for Hunger Savannah. So if you guys have any questions about what happened today, about watching the reaction there and the full trailers of the Hunter Call of the Wild, Rancho Del Arroyo. So if you look up those the mission log there, there's one for the story missions. So we don't do side missions anymore. So it is a COVID-19 pandemic. So I kind of like the story missions only you can hunt around for harvest of the white-tailed deer, mule deers, bighorn sheep, antelope jackrabbits, turkeys and Mexican turkeys, and pheasants and coyotes and Mexican bobcats. So and sometimes they are okay with that. So they don't need to bring in a new animal here. So which is you don't need to coexist about for new animal species. So no bringing new animals here, just too many of them. Barbary sheep, mountain lions, black bears, plains bisons, coos deers. They don't bring anymore, and including Mexican wolf. So don't do that. So don't do that about the couple of species today. Only 9 for them, like Silver Peaks and for Hunger Savannah, and here they are, the new reserves. Just only about number 10, and comes out the Friday, June 11, 2021. So be sure don't forget to hit the button to subscribe to more content. Twitter, Instagram, the YouTube channels, Cocker Story, the Cocker Talk, and subscribers to YouTube channels of gamers that are about DD33, Flinters, and Spencer Worlds, Lady Legend XO, Ramen Tubes, Zaggy DK, Scarecrows, the Lone Gamers, and the Jackson Beard, and which is including the Hunter Call the Wild Reddits. So make sure to keep a looking up about Rancho Del Arroyo. So please be sure about the couple of the nice species around. Can you read the sign says about the Mexican cats and like Iraqi lynx? I just definitely say I just felt as a surprise about mule deer's trailers and the overseas. White-tailed deers has the overseas. Mexican cats are overseas to the hunger and a look around to see without the stalking for the antelope jackrabbits. From now on, I just came to look at the first the first outlook. There's a new map there about bighorn sheep stills, some turkeys, some pheasants, and so I noticed about javelina. javelina sometimes. So I take a look at there the icons of the new animal here on the Rancho Del Arroyo. Thank you so much for coming in, guys. Feel free to watch on the teaser trailers, so full ones. Don't forget, keep them mission ready. See ya.